But what's kept you going? And what's kept the hope going?
Yeah, good question. I would say for sure my faith has kept me going. And knowing that like, in my heart, because I didn't see anybody before me, I still see a big gap after me. So it's like what's going on in America? It'd be like Erykah Badu, Jill Scott, Faith, Mary J. Like you keep going. There's so many.
Yeah.
And then in Canada, I'm like, where are the rest? Where are the rest of us?
We've got Celine, Jully Black, and
especially for Black girls and R&B.
For Black girls, yeah.
Right? So it's like, at the very least, because oftentimes my mom used to always say, it's not what you're doing. What you're doing now is not to serve you, it's to serve who's coming. So if you stop, then what? Right? And that's what keeps me going. And now learning the business, being an entrepreneur and, artist development and being able to help artists with their contracts. I've seen it. I could read, I understand it. That's where the bridge started to really, one brick at a time, started to be built. And now I'm in a space where I'm back like, I'm in my boss mode. Like, okay, let's sit in these offices. Let's be at the table comfortably. Okay, you don't want to put me at your table. Guess what? I'm going to build a table right beside your table. Okay? And I'm going to invite you to mine. Because I'm going to show you what grace looks like. And love and compassion. I'm going to show you what generosity looks like. And that we're all students and teachers.
So what's next for you?
What is next for me? So many things. Oh my goodness. Well, what's next? Which is
next.
next. Like right now is I'll have a new album coming, and it's been 10 years since my last.
10 years.
Yeah. So I put out like some indie projects in between, but since I've done a full length.
So your last album was
2009. Black Book. Yeah.
Wow.
So
I honestly, I guess I wasn't thinking of chronology. That must have been 10 years.
So I did an album. I copied Prince. I love that he did an album that was exclusive to his concerts. So if you come to my show, I have an album full 11 songs, printed up everything called Jully Black the LP. And so that's awesome. That kind of you get that when you come. But as far as like really focusing on, okay, we're gonna put out a full length, commercially and distribute it and all that. That's coming up in 2020, and it's called 2020.
Oh, it's called 2020?
2020 for 2020 vision, and it's 20 years in the business. So
this is 20 years in the business.
20 years in the business.
So 2020 is a big year for you.
It's a big year.
It's also a big year for you because I know you're stepping into something completely different. Tell us about that.
Yes, honey. I'm stepping into musical theater. So I'm starring in a Tony Award-winning musical called Caroline or Change.
Been 22 years of cleaning. For all them years I worked and prayed. Every day I doing laundry. 39 and still a maid.
And Caroline is a domestic. She's a 39-year-old woman of 4 kids, single mom, stuck in kind of like a bit of a poverty mindset. Where she has an opportunity to leave. She has an opportunity to make more money. They actually pay her a little more because every time this little boy, one of the boys she's taking care of, leaves money in his pockets, his parents said, if any money you leave in your pocket, Caroline gets. And one day he leaves $20. And this is in the 30s. No, I'm lying. Sorry, it's 1963, Louisiana. And so $20. It was a big deal. And so I won't tell you the rest, but it's an incredible story. It's an incredible. It's like I'm in university, for real. And I did a master class at Sheridan College a couple months before I was offered this role, and it's basically like the art of your purpose, because they wanted me to come and teach the art of performance, and I've never studied performance. I always be where my feet are. That's I have to feel the ground under my feet and really be present. And so at the time, though, I said, the one thing that stopped me from going to study music is I can't read music. I hear everything's by ear.
You've never learned to read music, Jully?
No.
And you were telling me earlier you've never had vocal training.
I've never had vocal training. I never learned to read music. I could hear something once and sing it back to you. Just like that, like literally one time. And so my brothers live in Boston. I was like, I want to go to Berkeley, but there's an audition. Can't read music. I'm like, oh, okay, Sheridan, Juilliard, Columbia, can't read music. I'm like, oh, okay, all right, well, many paths to the same destination. That was my message to them. Many paths to the same destination. Fast forward, literally 2 months later, I get offered this role. And I was like, one day I'm going to do musical theater. One day, it's just on my bucket list. It's the best training that you could get. And it happened. Law of attraction, it's best manifestation.
And what a full circle moment as well. Like the parallels between your mother's story, domestic and all, and all of that. Like, were you aware of that when you accepted the role, that this was what the role entailed?
I was. I felt like Mom sent it as an assignment. I really did. Because I actually have her recorded. I have conversations with my mom of her sharing her. And I didn't know I was going to be doing this role. I have actual conversations with my mom sharing what it was like for her working for this white family and how good they were to her. And they never looked at her like a maid, and they trusted her. They'd leave all types of valuables all over the place because, she was a human being. That was her job. They treated her like a professional and a family member. And so to know that I have these recordings now to even listen to, sometimes I listen to this it's like, wow, it's so spiritual. Like, Mom, it's like she's here telling me how to be Caroline. It's unreal.
So you talked about purpose. Mm-hmm. What do you think is your purpose?
To be a connector. To be a connector, to be a cultural connector, specifically cultural connector, because I've been blessed to become Jully Black where people don't see my skin. So as I travel, and I have especially like American friends who are in the music business, there's still a lot of racism, and they experience it in their own way. And so for me, I never had to change. I never had to change my sound. I didn't have to become I had to just be me. And so I don't know what it's like to be anything but me. So it's like, okay, so this means I could actually connect cultures. When you come to a Jully Black show, you're going to look around. It's going to be the United Colors of Benetton. You're going to see Asian, Southeast Asian. You see black, white. You're going to see all ages, all shapes, all sizes. You're going to see the able-bodied and the disabled. You're going to see everybody. You're going to see people in politics, and you see people in the church. You know what I mean? Come to Church of Jully Black. And so that's a privilege. That's a privilege. And, I experienced something last year with Jeannie Becker on Canada Reads. And it was a moment it looked like it was like a racially tense moment, but it was a moment that was so significant culturally that I realized the privilege of Jully Black. I could say to somebody with her stature, hey, no. I think, the question, the statement was, why are you attacking me? And many people of our race go through things throughout whether you're in corporate or whatever, and we have a posture, we have an opinion, and then we're the aggressor. We're attacking. But had it not been for me being able to become Jully Black, then I wouldn't be able to be an amplified voice for an entire culture. And all the other cultures saying, hey, you know what? I did a whole slew of interviews with people of the white race saying, I'm going to have a conversation with my kids. This is a kitchen table conversation. I'm going to really check myself at work. I'm going to really, there were people that were like coming up. One lady, she's a flight attendant, and she said that one of the pilots always touches her braids or her dreads every time she trains her hair, like she's a chia pet. And she saw that clip, and she said, you know what? I actually have the confidence to say, hey, could you not pet me? If you want to know more about my hair,
you can ask me. Because she wouldn't just walk up to him and
grab the hair.
Yeah.
But it's just not knowing. It's not malicious. Yeah. So I want our culture, especially, don't be angry about it. It's not a clap back. We don't need to clap back and all that. Nah, it's just a teachable moment. That's the bridge.
So you talked about, the fact that you are Jully Black and you can, say things and have this platform to say things. How did you pick the name Jully Black?
Tim Dog named me. The same Tim Dog that managed me when I was 14 years old. I hated the name. Hated it. Cried. That's the one thing I'm like, Mom, could you just put your cutlass on his neck or something? I'd change my name. But he said that my voice, he liked that it was kind of husky and it was moody. And he was like, it has a darkness, but it feels so good. It's black. I remember I was like 14. He's like, it's black. It's Jully Black. I'm like, no. Right? I'm like, I hate this name. Jesus, change it. And I've been Jully Black now longer than Julianne Gordon. So funny enough, my parents got divorced. I asked my mom to keep my dad's name for parent-teacher meeting. I'm like, no, parent-teacher meeting. Or we're going to have a different last name. No. So I become Jully Black now. Got the papers, ready to change my name legally. Brought it to my mom. This big woman live on my own, own house. Big woman. But yeah, I respect my mom. Like, Mom, I think I'm going to change my name legally. She said, you're not leaving me. You're not leaving me as a Gordon. You said I had to be a Gordon. You have to stay a Gordon. You can be Jully Black publicly. You're staying Julianne Gordon. I was like, oh, sorry. Okay. I guess I'm going to keep it then. That was my mom.
Julie, talking about being a bridge, some of the other things, you're involved in so many things. I feel like we don't have enough time to cover everything that is you. But you're involved in fitness.
Yes.
You're involved in empowering other women. Can you just talk about each of those?
For sure. Yeah, it's a nice quilt. So as you notice, the theme is going to go back to my mom every time. As my mom was sick, I realized that oftentimes caregivers stop taking care of themselves. And although I've been an athlete my whole life, worked out, my best friend Nkechi at the gym in 1996. We've been friends ever since. When you start,
that's when you met Nkechi?
Yeah, 1996.
Wow.
In the gym. I was her first friend when she came from Toronto.
No way.
Came from Montreal. Very first friend.
Wow.
Yeah, I know, go figure.
We're actually talking to her tomorrow.
Oh, awesome. Yay. So yeah, so she'll elaborate more.
Apparently, Michelle Obama is more important than me today, so there.
This is how I'm going to flip that. Michelle Obama needs to meet our Nkechi. Okay, she needs to meet her.
Yeah.
Yes. This is just a quick digression. Like I do my best to encourage us all, especially my friends, to not look at people as an idol. As much as they've done great things on this earth, not even Steve Jobs could save his own life. Yeah. You know what I mean? Look at them as people. Treat them. Don't be like I just not me. I met Oprah, and she was in my seat. I didn't realize. I went to the bathroom. And I came back and she was sitting in my seat at this event in New York.
You said, "Excuse me."
And so I came and hovered, and she had bacon. I remember she's like, "Oh, am I sitting in your seat?" I said, "Yeah, actually." And she said, "I'm sorry, baby." And she gave me a hug and she, you know what I mean? But some people, oh no.
Anyone else would have probably said, "Oh, it's in my seat. Oh, never mind. Let me find another seat."
She gave me a signed seat, but Gail was at the same table, so she was just talking to Gail quickly. Yeah. But that was a moment for me. It's like, yeah, she sits down to pee.
You're just regular
I sit down to pee. You know what I'm saying? Michael Jackson, maybe he sits down to pee. I don't know, but I sit down to pee. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, so I knew that I needed to get moving. To help the grief, like, how am I going to really fix this thing? And so I got moving and I asked some women to join me on a 100-day challenge. Because I heard, this whole 21-day that's not true. 66 days forms a new cell. So I'm like, let's get to the 66 days. Yeah. And then from there, build those newer pathways. The results are in the routine. Yeah. And 55 women joined me, but I made it a challenge. Like they had to do a collage of their 7-day workout, upload it to a Google Drive, take front, back, side pictures in a black panty and bra once a week for 15 weeks. If you don't do that by the Monday, you're eliminated.
Wow.
Like it was a real deal contest. And of the 55 women, 47 women successfully completed it.
47?
Yeah. Then I said, okay, I think I'm onto something. I talked to my buddy who's really big in this online world and, just new business ventures. So he's like, you know what, charge $1. I'm like, okay, $1 a day, cool. So I'm like, 100 strong and sexy, 100 days, $1 a day. 187 women signed up that December. I'm like, oh, okay, that was just like 18, 19 grand, just like that. I'm like, okay, so how do I reinvest? So I started something called the Eagle's Nest. So from that, women were able to, if they needed rent, some women had to go to shelters, because they're running. If you need anything like that, Eagle's Nest was there to tap into. Anything you needed. Wow. So one woman, she just needed a juicer. Here, go get a juicer. Whatever it is, right? So from that, about 110 women completed that one. And we did a big Rip the Runway for Women's Day. Then I did it again in April 1st, and 289 women joined, okay? Difference is, though, I eliminated the Google Drive. And I'm kind of giving you a little bit more of the information, but I eliminated the Google Drive and said, all right, get an accountability partner. And it's about being self-motivated and disciplined and, bring yourself to the 100 days. I'll still group coach you. Yeah. 40 women out of 289 successfully completed it because they didn't have that level of accountability.
Wow. So you're going to change it for the next?
So I did. I changed it back. So this is a 4th cycle.
Okay.
I changed it back. And this time I capped it at 100 women though. Mm-hmm. I want to see how many, if I could get, and I had 14 people on my admin team. So 114 together. Wow. So far, 104 are still in it.
Wow.
And it's day 73. Yeah, still in it. Off antidepressants, off thyroid medicine. Some women are marriages being fixed up. All types of stuff.
And I know in your family, you had sisters who had some health challenges as well, right?
Yeah, and it's fixed up. Everything's fixed up.
Wow.
Yeah, so 100 strong and sexy, that's my health baby. Which is the H, the part of Shape, which is empowered in my skin. That's Nkechi's organization that I've partnered with her. Mm-hmm. And Shape, imagine a life where you wake up every morning loving your shape, right? And loving your shape stands for your spirituality, loving your health, loving your abilities, loving your personality, and loving your experiences. And from the E, we also added education. And so the H pillar, I was like, okay, so we do these conferences once, twice a year, Empowered in My Skin. But then what are we doing within the 12 months? We were losing people. Like, what's going on? Mm-hmm. And it's like, okay, well, let's focus on the H, the health, keep them active. And so that's been another bridge.
Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't get it, that's the scale of what you're doing.
That's the scale of what I'm doing.
You're literally impacting people's lives at such an incredible level.
Thank you.
Thank
you. We had women in Uganda, Nigeria, Peru, Vancouver, Halifax, North Carolina, Atlanta, New York, Montreal, and then lots in Toronto. Because it's online. We use Zoom. Just use what's available. WhatsApp. I'm using all what's available. I finally have a website. I didn't at first. I was doing everything on my phone and WhatsApp. Literally. Wow. I'm a transformational coach. I did a whole life coaching thing. And I was like, okay, so how do I use this where it's not just a gimmick? Come get coached by Jully Black. I didn't want that. Mm-hmm. I really love audiences. I like groups. I like to, and so it's like, okay. Some people are like, oh, well, it takes a lot of time. Well, what is time?
Your health.
Right.
You know what? You don't appreciate what you have until you don't have it.
That's right.
Because that time for you to work out, it'll mean nothing when you don't have your health anymore, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
Said, I think the math is we get like 1,440 minutes a day and you can't give yourself 60. Like, come on.
Yeah.
Give yourself 45.
Yeah.
I even said tithe yourselves 10% of your day. Like that's how.
Because it doesn't have to be like a 2.5 workout.
No, you can break it up.
Yeah.
But even those religious people who they're paying their tithes, here's my 10%, here's my 10%. Okay, so let's just shift the mindset. How about 10% of your day? Of your day. Give yourself 24 minutes. Mm-hmm. Yourself, right? Mm-hmm. And so many people, oh, my kids, I don't have time. Okay, so you're on the airplane and this thing is going down and the thing's going to drop down. You're going to give your kid the mask? You're going to put that mask on your kid first and die? Put the mask on your face. Mm-hmm. Save yourself, you can save others, right? Yeah.
What's your biggest dream for Julianne Gordon?
Ooh, my biggest dream for Julianne Gordon. I would say for sure to be completely, unequivocally, financially free. Having more than enough forever. Like more than enough where it's such overflow where, of course, you could just, here, come take a drink from this fountain. I give even when I don't have, which is, it's a nice space in my heart. But no one wants to worry and have trepidation and wonder about the business and all that stuff. I want that type of like, all right, good. I never, ever, if I choose, I don't have to work another day in my life if I didn't want to. However, I look at, for instance, like LeBron and the athletes who they don't have to work ever, but still they want that ring. They show up. First one at the gym, last one to leave. That's where my mind is. Like whatever that thing is that makes them still want to compete, still want to play basketball, make me still want to sing for the love of music, right? So I want to help creatives, all creatives, to be able to have that type of platform and that type of staying power and career and funding. I want to have like the same thing, the Eagles Nest. I want the Eagles Nest to be like Bill Gates, Oprah, Michael Jackson, everybody put as big as that pot could be. Eagles Nest. Come on, tap in. And I literally, what breaks my heart the most is I want to eradicate juvenile diabetes. People have, like, there's preventable diseases. Like, come on.
We don't know any better.
Yeah.
We just need to know, to have the information.
Yeah. And have a loving space. Because even when we have the information, sometimes there's no sense of belonging. That's why people join gangs.
Yeah.
They join gangs, so they're looking for a family. Right? So, yeah.
Something that I want to honor you and just thank you for is how you're, especially sometimes I think with us as Black girls, there's a lot of competition. Like we feel like it's almost like the pie. If you have a slice, then there won't be any for me, right. And we don't want to share. We don't want to. Whereas you are literally like, what do you want? Like, how can I help you? Like that's just, I see you in all kinds of different arenas, just like helping and sharing and just. And I thank you for that, because you're such a great example of what we can do when we help each other, right? Thanks. And it's not something that we all know to do. So I want to say thank you, Julianne, because I see you and I thank you. And for someone who is at your level as well, who is Jully Black, hurt you so bad. Like, you don't need to reach back. You could just be like, I'm good. Like I got it right here. But even when I say my very first interaction with you, where you didn't know me from a doorknob, you were just so like, and I'm telling you about, and I'm doing this and you're doing that, and you're like, okay, come meet so and so, and how can I? Yeah. And I just want to say, Jully,
wow, thank you.
You're Black girl magic, and I'm so grateful for you.
Thank you.
So grateful for you. And I know that it's not easy. I know that the journey is long, the journey is heavy, and there are times where it feels like you're not supported. And there are some of us who are out there watching you, who we may not be as vocal and saying, but know that you're inspiring us.
Thank you.
You're inspiring.
That means a lot to me. Yeah. Like a lot. Trust me.
Yeah.
I could recite your whole album. I was like, you must have just did some research or something. You're talking about dun 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 dun. I'm like, wow, she knows the music for Hurt You Bad. That's crazy. That's real.
Sorry, I didn't mean to make you cry.
Don't apologize. I don't care. I boo-hoo, girl. I'm not. Let me tell you something. I'm not gonna let cancer come get me, because thank you. People will hold in emotion, and it'll turn into cancer. I'm telling you. I may not have my PhD and all that, but
you know a thing or two.
I know a thing or two. And tears are a language that God understands. Mm-hmm. Cleanse it and give other people the opportunity to release their own whatever they're holding in. Oh, hell no, that thing's coming out my face. I appreciate you saying that. Like, it's too much comparisonitis. So much competition. All this itis. I call it itis. The other type of itis. We know there's other itis. Right? But the comparisonitis, the competitionitis.
Yeah.
For what? The other day, true story. I know we're wrapping up. This really, like, it hit me a certain kind of way. I was walking my dog. I was looking up.
Coco.
Sorry, that's my ring. That's my ringer. My bad. You could turn it. It's plugged in. You can just turn it on.
What is it?
Coffee. That's coffee. It's plugged in over there. So you come in with a force. It probably says I'm hormone balanced or something. Is that what it says?
Time for you to balance your
Is that what it said for real?
Really?
Is it? I put affirmations. I put alarm affirmations. That's what I be like, I can't.
Time for you to balance.
Yeah. I gotta say I'm hormone balanced.
I was right on cue.
Right.
We just balance. We cleanse.
We balance the hormones. Right? I'm telling you. You couldn't plan that. But anyway, I was just saying that I looked up at the stars and I was seeing all the stars that I could see. And I was like, no stars are overlapping each other. And I looked and I said, if we as human beings could go through Earth like we're stars, we'd realize that there's space for everybody. It's right. It's like just have the sky right beside you. Be the star of you're part of it. Yeah. You know what I mean? Be a part of the whole picture. Yeah. So yeah.
Jully, you're my definition of a woman on fire.
Okay.
So what for you? What does that mean for you to be a woman on fire?
Ooh, light, to really be that light, and understanding that it takes but a single match to rid a room of darkness, and so that could be your smile. I think sometimes people think fire. I think blazing up the place and burn the place, and I also think about being on fire, for Christ, being on fire for your whatever your faith is, being on fire for your family, having a vision for your family, a vision for your friendships. That's being on fire. What's being on fire for your business? Stuff like that.
Where can people find you? On the socials, on website? Where can people find more about you and about all the amazing stuff that you're doing?
All of the things we'll
And we'll link to it, but just say now what.
Awesome. Yeah, well, jullyblack.com. Julie is spelled differently. The Jamaicans did it that way. It's on my birth certificate. Okay? Jully. Now, if you want to remember it easily, it's like jelly with a U when I'm happy, or it's like bully with a J if I don't like you. Okay? So, jullyblack.com.
When you're telling me to go to the altar?
Right. I'm sending you to the altar. It's bully with a J. Okay? Then social media, Instagram, Miss Jully Black. All other ones are Jully Black. Jully Black. Someone took my name on Instagram. The audacity.
Are they even a real Jully Black? Like, are they a real Jully Black?
Someone was cloning, and I finally got the check mark because they were cloning me.
Oh.
Stealing every picture.
Really?
And created a dummy account with MISSS Jully Black. If you didn't catch the third S, you'd think it was me.
Well, okay, random. But what do even people gain from that? Like, I'm so confused.
I had 2 stalkers. We'll sit down another time.
All right.
Police, everything had to get involved.
Okay, so we will link to all your socials, website, all the cool stuff that you're doing. I want to ask you the last question.
Okay.
So this platform is called Ndini, and I named it that because in my mother tongue, I'm from Zimbabwe and we speak Shona, the word Ndini means I am. And I believe in the power of I am and you declaring your destiny. So finish the sentence for me. I am.
More than a conqueror. Yeah.
Miss Jully Black.
And I'm hormone balanced.
Miss Jully Black. I want to hurt you so bad.
Come on. Oh, man. God bless you. Thank you so much. I really enjoyed this for real. Thank you.
Here's what I'd love to ask you as our community. So I want to know from you. Who do you want me to have on the show? Who would you like me to interview? Who are some of the amazing women whose stories you would like for us to share on this platform? If you have any fantastic ideas, and even better, if you can connect me with them, please comment, leave your comment, or DM me and tell me who are some incredible stories I should be sharing on this platform. And the other ask that I have of you is for you to subscribe. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Follow us on social media. We're on Instagram and Facebook, and share. Please share. If you find any of our interviews inspiring, please share them with your friends and family.